You're listening to World of Empowerment Radio, your station for practical spirituality in a changing world. And here are your hosts, Aingeal Rose and Ahonu.
This is Aingeal Rose of Grady, and I want to share with you some experiences of what I'm finding is going on with the planet right now. And as many of you know, not only are we seeing wonderful aurora borealises in the United States, everywhere, which is quite beautiful, but we also have these 5 planets all in a line. And we've had this before. However, for some reason, last night, I was feeling the energies of these things very strongly. And part of me had this oh no kind of a feeling. In other words, it was so powerful that I thought, what's going to happen now? So as the night progressed, I woke up at midnight and I couldn't get back to sleep. So I was literally up all night. My bones were humming, which is always a sign that I'm being activated. And I had a headache. And I was getting places in my body that I haven't felt for years. And even Ahonu was having a feeling of, constriction in his chest. So I just want to say that what I find happens with these alignments is that any injury that you still have from the past that's still in your body will reappear. So in other words, in Ahonu's case, he had a lung collapse years ago when he experienced the loss of his son. And I myself had various, operations in my womb over the course of my life. And so I was re-feeling the pains in particular places in my body, like my right knee, for example. And years ago, my right knee locked up for some reason and I couldn't walk on it for months. So I find that these things can resurface. But the whole point of it is that I believe these energies bring these things to the surface because they still need to be let go of and healed. So, you can do a lot of this with your consciousness. You can release the past with your mind. You can forgive the past and all things connected to it. Forgiveness in the sense that nobody did anything wrong, nobody did anything to you. That forgiveness is almost like erasing something out of your cellular memory and replacing it with something positive. Because it has been reported that the 5th dimensional energies are now here on the planet. And even with these planetary alignments, it's been suggested we can use them to soar out of this dimension and into the 5th. So really it's an opportunity to move to a higher place with yourself. Bring in more of your higher self into your body and let the old go. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you find yourself not feeling well, don't be alarmed. Take a look at what it's actually bringing up in you from the past that you might still be holding in your body, and either breathe it out through some rebirthing or make some visualizations that your cells are released, or you can put your hand over your heart and talk to your heart and tell it what you need it to do to reprogram your cells. Simple things like that. But we are in a huge time of purification. We have been since 2017. Purification means purification on every level. Ourselves, the planet, it's all going through a huge change, as you can tell, with some of the storms we have, which, indicate that our magnetic field is changing, causing these storms. So we kind of take the blame off the fact that humans are causing this and realize it's a cycle we're going through, a purification cycle, and our magnetic field is changing. It's dropping, it's lowering. So that disrupts all things physical. Okay, so I just want to share that with you, to not be alarmed if you're feeling these kind of changes and pains in your body or flu-like symptoms. Um, it'll pass. It's just a result of the frequencies that are coming. Hello, this is Aingeal Rose, and I want to give you a bit of an update first from my last video where I was talking about the shift that we're going through and the symptoms people can experience. I want to give you a little report of my experience after the planetary alignment we just had. So we've had these before, but this one really kind of knocked me for six. And what I mean by that is, I've resumed my dizzy spells that I had before, that I was over, but now they've come back, so I can only assume it's from the increase in energies. And that particular night, as I mentioned, I think I told you that I had a little bit of a weird feeling. So the next day, it was just, well, actually all that negativity disappeared. And we both felt lighter, didn't we, Ahonu, after the alignment kind of went through a couple of days. We both woke up one morning and we said, gee, it feels like something has released or something has shifted. So we had to run errands that day, and we're in Sedona. So as we were driving into town, we live in the village of Oak Creek, so we're a bit outside actual Sedona city. I just noticed, it was a really windy day, and I just noticed all the trees we were passing by like I had seen them for the first time. And they were all just very happy. They were swaying in the breeze, and they just had this kind of ethereal feeling about them. And they said to me, we all know each other, letting me know that every tree that was in this area, they all knew who each other was. And I never experienced that before. So they were saying that they were all in communication and communing with each other. So that was really cool. And then as we continued down the road, when you turned one of these roundabouts and you go down to the other side of town, the rocks go from red to like a whitish color. There was a big wall of these white rocks, just huge, that we passed by. And when we passed by them, I had the weirdest experience of energetically these mountains just moved back. They had the sensation that they moved way back, okay? But when I looked at it, it wasn't that they moved backwards. It was that they moved into a new future. And I felt myself move along too with them. So as we went down the road, all of a sudden it looked like everything had changed. It had all moved into a different place. Like the shop stores, even though they looked the same physically, they weren't the same energetically. And this happened all the way down into town. Even though we stopped at this grocery store and Ahonu ran in, and I was in the car, and there was this little tree out front. And this little tree was just super happy. It felt like it had shifted too. Its energy was light. It was fun. It was happy. And that was the kind of the theme of my experience of this movement of these things energetically. I said to Ahonu, we've moved into a different dimension because it was just very different. It was like I was looking at everything for the very first time. And it was all uplifted. It was happy. Everything was more in communion with everything else, more unified. So I just wanted to give you that report because I thought that was really significant, that things have shifted. And since then, people who we've talked to have said that they've noticed something has shifted. So this last alignment really did cause a shift in energy. And then, of course, we had that full moon last night, that really big full moon. And I'm feeling the effects of that too, although I can't put my finger on it. Just that I'm not up to par today. I feel a little, I don't know, in between. I guess that's a good way to put it. So we'll see how that one pans out. But in the meantime, of course, Ahonu wanted me to pull cards on April. What are the energies of April? So here's the first one. I pulled the Fool. Usually I only pull one, but this time I pulled three. Here's the Fool. And the Fool is an interesting card because it's got two sides to it. You know, on one end, it's an immature individual who takes unnecessary risks and is a bit naive. But on the high side, it's a card of superconsciousness. And based on what I just said, I'm going to go to the high side of this, because I'm going to look at this card as if it has shown that something has shifted. We've moved on, okay, to a higher place. And how that'll manifest, I'm not quite sure yet. But the Fool is, you know, he's just kind of elevated above now. You know, he's above the third dimension that we've all been in, perceptually, emotionally, physically. And he's moved into a higher consciousness. So this is the energy of April right now. Okay, so along with that, I pulled another. This is the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is an opportunity. And usually it's an opportunity for career or something. But to me, it's an opportunity. It's a fire energy card. Wands are fire energy. But it's bringing a new, once again, a new fire shift, a new energetic shift. Okay, so look for opportunities that come your way. They could be in any form, but it is a very creative suit, and it's new. Okay, so then I pulled this last one, which is the Six of Pentacles. And I guess as we can see, somebody's a benefactor giving money to people beneath him. So, but this is a card of receiving financial help from somewhere, from somebody. But if we take it to the world stage, we could be watching some leader or somebody offering help to people somehow. So in terms of the world, I don't get anything negative this month, even though things may look crazy. In the bigger picture, things have actually moved on energetically to a higher place. There's new... Somebody always used to say, this is when you see an ace like this in this deck, it's the hand of God handing you something. So we're being given more fire energy, okay, and providing new opportunities. And then that last one is basically saying, don't worry about your money, because there's going to be help along the way as far as that goes. Opportunities and help financially on the world stage. Okay? So that's my report for April. And we hope everybody has a happy holiday, Easter holiday, however you celebrate it. I hope you're in a place where you're enjoying yourself. Okay, thank you.
You can subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and on our website at worldofempowerment.com.
Don't miss an episode. Hit the subscribe button now.